Hello everyone and welcome back again to another EV Geek podcast review on a little windy day for you today. But today we have the Volvo EX90. It is the twin, what Sebastian? I've already forgot.
It is the EX90 twin motor performance electric ultra.
Yes, so very long name for a very cool car. So 300 miles of range on this EPA estimate. We have a 111 kilowatt hour battery, 510 horsepower, mulberry red, I believe we think the name is, mulberry red, sitting on, this is the performance package, so I believe these are the 22-inch wheels, not the 21.
Yeah, and they look pretty dang sweet.
Yeah,
those are like really good aero wheels.
These wheels are nice. So this is a brand new car for us. We haven't done much with Volvos on the podcast. We're excited to have this one today. Huge shout out to McClarty Volvo of Little Rock and Keith and his team over there for letting us have this baby for a few hours, driving it around, playing around with the tech features. It is a 3-row electric SUV. So this does have the 3 rows in it. So if you're looking for a 3-row electric SUV on the luxury end, highly suggest the Volvo. So some first things that stick out initially to you on this Volvo, Sebastian.
Yeah, so hey, it just looks really good. Also, one of the first things I noticed was the LiDAR bump on the top, which I don't believe currently does anything.
Yep.
But will be able to do things in the future.
Yes.
But cool that it's there, because
Yeah.
this is one of those, hopefully they can upgrade the car.
Yep.
And then make it better as time goes on.
Yep.
Also, really love like the lighting signature on the front, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yep.
And like it looks good on the rear. It's got some cool air suspension stuff. This car has a lot of really cool things going. And in the brief ride over here, the interior is excellent.
Yes, it's the best interior you probably had in a car. Maybe competing with the BMW, but the interior is nice. It's quiet. It's got that minimalistic kind of Scandinavian kind of feel inside. It's a very kind of, you know, Tesla kind of almost little feel to it inside. There's not a lot of buttons, a lot of things like that. So we're going to do a quick tour around the vehicle real quick. I'll film that. Sebastian will give you that, and then we'll hop in and do a tech and driving review. See you shortly. We are back, and Sebastian's going to give us a tour of this Volvo EX90.
Yeah, so the EX90, this is again the twin motor performance. So you've got, these are 20, we said at the beginning, I already forgot, I'm so
20,
sorry.
I think, or 21 inch.
22 inch.
22 inch, oh.
Yeah, so I think these are actually
wrong.
optional.
Oh, yes.
But I think they look awesome.
Yes, I think it was an upgraded pack on the window sticker.
And
so
you've
yes.
got these like arrow inserts on them. They look really cool. I think the whole no center cap look is sweet. Then it just has the Volvo right there, which I think looks really cool. This is a good color for this car.
It is, mulberry red.
So I really like this color, and there's also a gray that turns kind of green in the sun that I like.
And they have another gray one up there too.
Yeah, and I think that's the color that I saw.
Yes.
Anyway, looking at the outside, this is a 3-row crossover. You've got these door handles that auto present kind of when you put your key on them. All works very standard, kind of electronic latching, whatever. These mirrors are pretty cool, and we'll point it out when we get in the inside. The whole mirror moves.
Yes.
It doesn't move the glass, it moves the whole mirror. Also, you'll start to see, this is where some of these cameras come in. Like you've got one here, you also have one here for all the driver's assistant stuff. All that's super neat. Coming around, back passenger or back driver side charge port, correct location.
Yes.
Important to note, Volvo can charge on Tesla superchargers now.
They can.
And we'll talk about it on the inside. This is the first EV we've driven with the Android automotive system that will actually include superchargers on route planning. None of the GM stuff we've driven so far has just done it. And I don't know if they need updates or whatever, but this is the first one we got in and it just worked.
Yep.
And so I'm excited to show it off. Right now you have a CCS port. They will be switching to NACS at some point. There you go. Very standard. I'd probably rip that off immediately.
You always say that.
I always say that. I hate the danglies. You do have a light in here, which is also nice. Oh, that's to release the charger.
Yep.
That makes sense. Manual door. We'll come around here to the back. Of course, the wind is picking up now. I hope it's not destroying my audio. Very simple back. I love you still get the Volvo light signature where you have these kind of C lights with they go up here in the pillar as well. Open the trunk, the buttons all the way down here. It is power, of course. We haven't even talked about it yet. This sticker's at $95,000?
95, 96,000,
Yeah.
yes.
So very expensive. So this is a 3rd row. Currently the 3rd row is folded down because there's a bunch of stuff back here. This is the 6-seat configuration. You can get this with a bench seat in the middle as well.
This one has the 2 captains.
Yeah. So all of this is very standard. You do have underfloor storage, which is nice, and there's a decent amount of it.
Storage
and
thing
you have like a little.
Well, that
you
pops
have-
out too.
Yeah, and you have like a little hook. Like all that's super nice.
Put that
and
back up,
thoughtful.
Sebastian. What is that? Oh,
this
that's
is
emergency-
to release your charger if it
Okay.
was stuck for some reason.
Emergency charging release. Okay, gotcha.
You also have down here, which I thought was really cool, you have your buttons for third row seats. You also, and I don't know if you can step back and show it, lower.
The car lowers.
And it's fast.
Yes, it is.
Like, and that would be awesome if you're someone with dogs and you want to get dogs back here.
Yep.
Or if you just have a big item, you don't have to lift it as high. Like, that is super
That is pretty cool.
awesome.
That's something we've never
And
seen
then
before.
It raises up super quick too. Golly, I
wind
hope
is-
this wind is not destroying my
It's
audio.
brutal.
It's okay, we're almost done.
Yep.
You do have, of course, back here buttons to close the trunk, and you can also close and lock at the same time, which is nice. I love to see it. And really, passenger side, there's not anything super interesting over here. We will look at real quick. We'll actually jump around to the front.
The million-dollar question, does it have a frunk?
Well, actually, before we even ask that question, just again, pointing out LiDAR sensor, and I just noticed right up top of the windshield, it says Volvo for life.
Volvo for life.
And you got your cool Thor's hammer lights that Volvo is proud of, and I think looks really good. I don't think Volvo's ever made a bad looking car.
No, they haven't.
I can't
Volvo makes
think-
great, safe cars.
I can't think of a single Volvo that I think looks bad.
Yep.
So to open the front, you have a latch you pull, or to open, sorry, where a frunk might be.
Yep.
It's a single pull, and then you come in here, and there is a bright yellow handle. Maybe. Do I not know what I'm doing?
Sebastian's gotta be smarter than the car.
Aha.
There we go. We have a front.
We have a front. It's not very big.
Nope.
And it has some weird
Yeah.
compartments.
Is that a tire mobility kit or something down there?
I assume so.
Yep.
It feels like it.
wow.
It's got Velcro.
Yep. So it's not
Nice.
moving around. The maintenance button, your car washer fluid.
But yeah, I mean, it has a front. You could throw a charger up there. No problem. Those are, you could pop those out, I'm sure, to adjust headlights or
Adjust the
something.
headlights, yes.
But yeah, it does have one. So honestly, that's a win.
Yep.
All right, I think it's time to get out of the wind and the cold.
It's a little windy today. We're gonna pop inside and give you a review of the inside. And Sebastian will be getting behind the wheel. I drove it over here to give you a driving review. All right, we have made our way to the inside of the car where it is much warmer. All right,
It is much
Sebastian,
warmer.
give us a little tour.
Yeah, okay, so first off, when you get in, screen's on, this is on, you have to press the brake and shift to start, which is a little bizarre. Speaking of shifter, this is a column shift, whatever, and you go drive and you tap down again for Pilot Plus, which I'm excited to try.
Yep.
So, for starting, you need the key. This does support phone as a key as well if you actually are the owner of the vehicle. We aren't. So this is the key. No buttons, just like a little fob, and then it also has a key card that's it looks like any other car, the key card. Oh, Joel's gonna try to get it out. There you go. So you got a little key card. So you take it, and you place it like on the little pad where it says to.
Yep.
From here, I should be able to. There you go. Now the car is on.
So there is no push or start or anything like that in this
Nope.
car.
You just get in, you shift, and now you're going.
No, there was a way for us to set up our phone key, but we haven't done that, correct?
Well, because we don't have, this isn't our car.
This isn't our car, so yeah.
Yeah.
But you can set up a wireless phone key or a phone key like that to work for the car, so you just get in and out.
Right. So going back to this, these seats are awesome.
Oh my gosh. What's the best part about them?
I don't know, honestly. They're comfortable.
Could it be that they massage while you
They
drive?
have massage. They're heated. You have extendable for your leg rest.
Yep.
Interestingly, is manual.
Yes. So you look down
You
here.
pull
and you
down
can pull it
and
out. Yeah. So
Anyway,
see that pretty
interesting.
well, yes.
That part is manual. The rest of it's power. And
Yes.
interestingly, so the control is weird. It's like a little
it's just
cube.
one knob. Yep.
And when you start messing with it, it actually should come up.
Yep.
There you go. So you have your basic adjustments. So you twist to tilt, forward, back, up, down, makes sense. Press again. Oh, I missed a button. Press again. Tilt and lumbar. Side support. So you can also adjust the side bolsters here as well.
These are probably the most comfortable seats we have sat in an evening.
Yeah, they're pretty dang
Yeah,
comfortable.
these
They're
are
good.
probably the most comfortable.
And this is where you have your massages. So you can
Yes.
do wave, tread, combined, lower back, shoulders, speed, intensity.
Yes.
All that is
And
excellent.
it does work very well.
Yes. So I'm actually going to scoot the seat up some because I can already tell. Coming over here, keeping up the software. So this is Android Automotive, and this is probably one of the better implementations I've seen of this so
It's
far.
been very quick.
And it's very snappy.
Yep.
And it's simple and it's easy. So by your key up, you have your Google Map here, radio controls, phone, all your kind of recent apps, some quick settings, one pedal, all that. Google Assistant, which works very well. Turn on my heated seat.
Okay, turning on the seat heater for the driver.
Can't beat that.
Cool. It just works. Now I'm going to be warm.
Yep.
So coming in here, when you look at your apps, because this is Android Automotive, this is kind of what it comes with default. You got Google Assistant, Google Maps, Sirius XM. It has YouTube, which is nice. And then you got your settings and driving journal, which keeps track of all your driving. And then because it's Google Automotive, you can add more apps to your Play Store. Super love it. You can add your Spotify, whatever else you want. Let's come in here to range and trip. So this is kind of where it shows you your range and estimated all that. So right now we're sitting at 240 miles. If things at worst, we'll get 140 miles.
Yeah.
At best, 290, which we are at 85%. So 300 miles EPA, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Okay. Shows you your instant consumption, and then your average, which this is kilowatt hours per 100 miles, which I don't love that unit, but we'll use it. Come over here as well, and this is where you can see your trips. So since last reset, since last charge, and current. All that's logical and makes sense. We'll go back home. Coming down here, here's your climate screen. So tap it, comes up. Right now we are on auto climate, medium fan, all that's nice.
Shows you the air quality too, which is something different.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. And you can actually come in here and turn off your individual vents, which is super neat. And then you can come up here and you control the rear. This is a 4-zone climate control. So your rear passengers each get their own zone as well, which I think is really cool. And they have their heated seats, of course. Heated seat works very well, by the way. It's not even been on very long. And Joel's like, wait, I want mine.
Boom.
Boom. No ventilated seat as far as I can tell.
No.
Unless maybe it's like smarter than I am.
Yes.
And I don't know. Anyway. Coming over here, this is where we were talking about the air quality. So right now it says we're good and good. You can come over here, and I forget that it does this. It gives you your like micrograms per cubic meters for all of these.
So outside problem. No
components.
cottonwood or elm or alder or ash right now. So yeah.
So very cool.
Yep.
Way more info than you. You also can keep climate active for a certain amount of time, which is sweet. So you can hit confirm, and now it stays active until max running time is reached or battery level is too low.
So it's almost like a camp mode or a dog mode or something.
Almost.
Like that.
Although I'm curious to know what max running time is. It doesn't tell you.
Yep.
Auto start heating. Nice. All that's good. All that is very nice. It's very intuitive.
Yep.
This is a very simple infotainment system, which I don't know why I'm surprised, because Volvo is Swedish, and that's like the whole thing, right? Come up here, we'll look at cameras. Cameras are excellent.
And actually said this is one of the few cars that we have that actually show you the actual color of your
yes,
car.
if the color is correct, which is, I know is a funny thing to nitpick,
Yes.
but you know, I'm going to. We're going. So you have this, you can zoom in and out. It's a 360. It's pretty good quality. You can come in here and do your front view. Now you have your front camera, rear view. You can turn on and off rear auto braking, which is awesome, because I'm someone who puts a trailer hitch in my car and then uses it for bike racks and stuff, and that throws off those systems a lot of times where you have to be able to turn off the rear sensors because it thinks it's going to always hit something. So knowing, of course, Volvo lets you do that. Recenter gives you back your top down. So coming in here, this is where you kind of have your quick control. So this is where you have your lights, which we kind of already alluded to. When you turn on, the lights like open up and close. It's really cool. I don't.
We'll have a short video to show.
We'll have a short video on that. And then you get your display brightness. You can do your heads-up display adjustment here, which actually, you said it seemed like it was pretty basic.
Yep. I don't know, but I didn't play with it or change it on the way over. So
okay,
it showed speed and speed limit.
Okay, so that is your brightness left and right. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm gonna turn it back up. And honestly, I think the position is pretty good for me. So I'm just gonna leave it where it is. But it does have a heads-up display, which is great. This is also where you control your steering wheel, so you move it up and down. Ooh.
Telescope.
And side mirrors, which let's just look at the mirrors real quick, because this is the trippiest thing ever. So we mentioned outside, the whole mirror moves. Oh, I'm on the wrong mirror.
Gotta be in
the whole mirror moves.
See, look, the whole mirror is moving, not just the glass in the middle.
Trippy.
It's also got blind spot monitoring over there, it looks like, in the corner.
And I'm sure they auto dim as well.
Yep.
It looks like they do, because I can see the little line around it. All that is great. All that's awesome. Also, of course, they fold. So all that's cool. All that's great. We'll come back out here. This you can get to their driver adjustments as well. Here's your trunk button, auto wipers, open the glove box, which it does have, and it's very soft and gentle. And big. Very nice. One pedal drive, which you drove over here. You said it felt pretty good.
Felt really good.
Lane keeping, and then performance all-wheel drive.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think we're going to hit that button just for the fun of it.
When you come in here settings, you have, this is where all your real stuff.
So not a lot of settings on this car as compared to other ones we've driven.
No, but that makes sense.
Yes.
When you come in driving, so this is where you turn on your steering assist, lane change assist, one pedal drive, performance all-wheel drive. So it does tell you it resets to off every time, which makes sense. I understand that. If you hit view all 2, you can adjust your suspension feel, steering feel, and then you can turn it into off-road mode, because I'm sure a lot of these will go off-road.
We're going off-road in this.
Lane keep, do you want it to help with your steering, and it also will vibrate the seat.
I like that you have that option.
You can also offset your speed limits, which is nice.
Yep.
So all of that is great, all the driving stuff. Yep. You come in here, controls, this is all fairly standard stuff. So this is where you do tow mode, power options. What is power options? Control battery drain of your car while parked. Oh, okay, so you can put it in idle, turn the car off. That makes sense. So we also do your brightness. You can do your exterior lights again. This has rear fog lights because it's European, and that makes most cars from Europe have that. Child locking, occupant locking, unlock all door. Like all of this is all standard stuff. This was an interesting. It's grayed out. I'm wondering if you have to have the phone key for it to do it.
Yeah, it says lock car when leaving, and it's grayed out. We can't change it.
So I'm assuming that has to do with your phone key. Coming up here, visit auto wipers again. Adjust steering wheel. Wireless device charging. So once you have it started, you can take your key off. Low key battery detected. Oh, maybe that's why it was acting funny. Okay, that makes sense. Then you stick your phone here. Wireless charger works fine. Let's see. Sound. So we played with this on the way over here. This might be the best sound system
It's probably
we've heard.
the best sound system that we've heard in all the cars that we reviewed. Yes, it was bumping.
It was very, very good.
And I forget how many speakers. I mean, you have all these speakers up front up here. This is the Bowers Wilkins system.
You've got the turret. You've got these. You've got speakers in the headrest. You've got speakers above you. You've got speakers behind.
Like, you don't know this, but that's speakers in the headrest there.
Yeah.
You can actually see the name of the speaker. Then you have them up there.
And you got one right above your head as well.
Have them in the door, so lots of speakers in this car.
All over. Very good. And I think it's really funny, and we played with it some. You can set it to concert hall.
Yep.
And it did sound like it was a concert hall. It added some like echo. It added, like, it was very funny. Anyway, this is how we had it, and it sounded excellent. Very, very, very good.
Good job.
Top notch.
Good job on the stereo system sound Volvo.
Yeah. So we'll come into charging real quick. So this is where you can set your daily drive and charge limit. So when we got in daily drive, they actually recommend 90% of this and not 80%, which is cool.
Yep. Seems like you can do scheduled charging too. Yes.
Scheduled charging, minimum battery. So this can be a where you want, like, even if you plug in and have a schedule, if you're below 20%, you want it to always go up to 20%, and then it can do your schedule. So that's nice. You can also limit your charge current at a location, and you can, oh, look at that. You can set individual.
I like that.
That is awesome.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about pulling too many amps.
Very, very cool. So I'm assuming it's a 48 amp onboard charger. Hey, the sun's coming out. Also supports plug and charge.
Yep.
Awesome. And you get your custom here as well, which goes, you can go down to 50%, and you can go, it looks like, in 10% increments, which is cool.
Yep.
So I'm gonna put it back on daily drive. I like that they label it. That's super simple. Someone who's never been in an EV before. Oh, daily, 90%. Oh, I'm going somewhere, 100%. Makes so much sense. And you can see it's location based. So now anytime someone was at this location.
There should be a display up here too whenever the charger is connected.
And then you can unlock the cable, which is awesome. Very nice. This is where you get your profiles, which we were talking about before, where you can set up the app, set up car keys, all that makes sense, as well as guest mode and whatnot. And then system, so this being Android Automotive, it does support over-the-air updates, and from what we were talking to the guys at McClarty, it has gotten a couple already.
Yep.
Volvo is actively working on this car, which is awesome. I love to see it.
I accidentally tried checking for one earlier, so.
And there you go, software update, and then you can also do them offline as well, which makes sense. But all of this, it's so snappy and responsive. We'll come up here.
One of the things we heard in the Facebook groups was issues with the software. We haven't had any issue with the software.
So maybe it's been updated. Maybe that's all bad or all old info.
We haven't had any issues with the software not working, being glitchy. Works perfect for us. So yeah.
Key tag 1, charging.
Oh, so it charges on there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Did not know that.
So maybe that's why it was kind of being funny when we got in it earlier, it wasn't charged. That makes sense.
Yep.
And then it says everything is okay.
Everything's okay, good.
But yeah, I don't know that there's a whole lot else to show on the screen. It's very simple. And it's so snappy. Oh, well, route plan.
Yep.
So I want to go to Austin, Texas. It's pretty quick.
Yep.
It's telling us how much we're going to pay in tolls.
I got my tool bill in the mail, by the way, from our last trip to Austin.
Oh, nice.
$3.20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
3 charging stops.
And I'll tell you.
Electrify America for 30 minutes. An EV Go for 35 minutes.
And
a Tesla supercharger. So
this is one of the few vehicles that we have seen non-Tesla that routed to Tesla when we got in.
yeah, so this just proves that it can be done.
Yes.
And they just have to update it.
Yep.
So
Temple, that's a nice supercharger.
it is a nice supercharger. It's a very good supercharger.
It's like a 100-stall charger out there.
No, it's like 72.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. And that's the mix of V4,
Yep.
V3s, and yeah, very cool. They need a label of a V4 post.
Yes.
Anyway.
Just put a big old thing that says V4.
But, I mean, it's super snappy, super quick.
Yep.
Like, yeah, this is great.
You want to drive it?
I haven't driven it yet.
Yep. All right, we're going to get out of this parking lot and get on the road, and we'll join back with you once we are up to cruising speed. See y'all. All right, we are back with you, driving through the city of Little Rock. Sebastian, your driving impressions, some things that we've noticed while we were driving.
Yeah, so just right off the bat, we've just been doing some city driving. It's very quiet.
Yes.
It's so quiet. And there's like not a lot of motor noise or like, and like I can hear like that truck coming past us, but like there's not like
You're going to hear that, yes.
There's not really any wind noise. There's not really any of that. The suspension's very smooth. It's important to note it has some adjustment to it. We are in the soft setting. It has a firm setting as well. It's very smooth. I did notice we went over a kind of rough patch earlier, and it was a little wafty.
Yep.
Like it didn't feel uncomposed, but it just kind of, the way it floated over the bump was weird. But anyway, it does do some driver assist stuff. I'm excited to try out on the highway, in city roads. It is actually trying to do lane departure right now, which is nice.
So a couple of things on the inside we forgot to tell you about. A huge moonroof. I mean, I can't even get it all on the frame here. It's so big. So yes, really cool moonroof. It goes front to back. What did you notice over there about the controls for the window?
Oh yeah. So this kind of does the same thing that Volkswagen does, where you have 2 window switches and a button to switch between front and rear, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of, we were talking about it earlier. I never roll down the back windows in my cars.
I mean, my kids roll mine down, so.
Yeah. Well, if they're rolling it down, it's because they're in the back seat, right?
Yeah, because they're in the back seat, yes.
Yeah. That doesn't bother me too much. I know there's some people that find it weird, especially because I don't know why. I don't know if this is why Volvo did it, but a lot of times when automakers do it, it's because they're trying to save money.
Yep.
And this is a $95,000 car.
Yep.
So I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt that they just did it because it's simple, and not necessarily because it saves them however many dollars per vehicle, or cents per vehicle, or whatever else.
One thing we were sad about this is it does not have the
no digital rearview mirror.
No digital rearview mirror.
Is fine. I like having them though.
I know we get spoiled when we have them.
I like having them.
Yep. What is on your? So you have the heads-up display there. What is showing you on your heads-up display?
So right now it's showing me speed and then speed limit. However, once you get close to your intersections when you have navigation going, it does actually come up in the heads-up display and tell you need to turn right and however many miles or whatnot.
And it also shows you on your.
And it shows you your map and directions on the cluster as well, which is cool.
Yep. So you played around with the clusters. Not many settings you can do. I think there's only 3 different settings.
Yeah, it doesn't have a ton. So you have map view, you have your driver's assist view, which is actually kind of cool. It's showing the clouds of cars around us and whatnot. Then you have just like a very, very simple view, and then back to your map.
Yep.
So not a whole lot.
Yep. And it doesn't have to be a lot.
It doesn't need to be. Yeah. Honestly, it was on the map when we got in, and that's honestly where I would keep it.
We haven't changed it yet.
One pedal driving is excellent.
It's perfect.
Perfect. Very well tuned. Doesn't do any weird friction brake blending or anything. Just works. Like, okay, so this is a good suspension
question,
test.
when you got back in the car, was it already turned on?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's when we noticed in some of the cars, especially the EGMP cars, you had to turn it back on every time you got in.
So that was actually a pretty decent little suspension test. We just went over some trolley tracks, and honestly, it felt fine.
It felt good, yep.
There's a little bit of crash noise in the back, but it's a rough road. That's fine. That's all normal.
This is not a perfect road.
It's not anything crazy. Turning.
We are downtown Little Rock right now.
Getting our way over to I-30.
Interstate 30.
The heated seats are working very well.
The heated seats are working very well.
You do have
I need my massage seats are on. So how did you get to that?
So you hit the button on the side of the seat.
Oh, that's right. We gotta do that. Oh, here we go.
And then massage.
1, 2.
Oh no, you just tap massage on top.
Massage. Tap. All right. And speed. We're gonna put it on 3. Intensity 3. It's gonna work my shoulders right now. So let me sit back and relax it.
massage program will run for 20
So it
minutes.
looks like it's set for 20 minutes, yep.
Very cool.
Much
He is going the wrong way.
smoother road.
Yeah, all of this is new.
Now we did goose it a little bit. Not
It's
too
got good
much.
power.
It's got good power. It's got good get up and go. Ooh, okay now. Kind of liking these massaging seats.
So we're actually, hopefully, I don't remember how far you have to go before you can actually get on the dang interstate.
I think it's just right past that light.
Okay. I was like, I hate how the adjustive is because I want to get on the interstate and I want to try out the driver's assist.
Yeah.
Also,
Is this the first car we had that had massaging seats that we've reviewed?
I think so.
BMW didn't have them?
I don't think it
I don't
did.
think it did either, no.
I think when we get the i7, it will. I don't
Yes.
think the i5 did.
That is true.
Or at least the one we drove didn't have
Yep.
it.
Like he said, this is a $95,000, $96,000 car.
So it's actually wanting us to get on 630.
I think you have to get on both for a minute.
Yeah, this is also
Plenty of room in the back seat. As you can see, also we found the back seat here too is cup holders, but we'll give you a little review of the back seat here in a little bit.
We're getting
Pretty
on
cool.
630
Getting on 630.
because I needed to be in the other lane to get to 30. I hate how they've changed all this and I'm not used to it yet.
That's where we want to be down there.
This is okay. We can still try out highway assistance.
All right, we are on the highway now. Once we get past this little corner and everyone gets merged in, we will try our highway driving assistant feature. Once again, another shout out to McClarty Volvo Cars of Little Rock for letting us have this car for a few hours. Thank you so much to Keith and his team over there. Got it charged up for us, ready to go. Nice and clean.
Had it at 90%.
At
They didn't
90%.
charge it to 100%.
If you're in Little Rock or in the Arkansas area and you're looking for a Volvo, electric car, or any kind of Volvo, head on over. Tell them the EV Geek podcast sent you, and they will take really good care of you over at McClarty Volvo of Little Rock.
All right, so now we were on a highway. To activate driver's assist, you pull down, steering assist active. Let's see. Okay, get my foot off the grass. All right, so we are doing some lane center. The steering wheel is kind of shaking. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. I'm not 100% certain if this is a hands-free system. Keep hands on steering wheel.
No,
there
so
we
it's
go.
not. That's why it was shaking. I wanted you to put your hands on the wheel.
Okay, and so will it auto lane change? Oh, there's so many cars around. All right, we're about to find out how hard it brakes. Okay, that wasn't too bad actually.
We're at lunchtime here in Little Rock, so a bunch of cars out.
Okay, so I'm going to turn on my turn signal. It's indicating it to me. Look at that.
Yeah, it's the little things we like. Auto lane
Change,
changing
turn the
is one
signal
of them.
off.
Yep,
Done.
we're good to go. It does want you to keep your hands on the wheels because it does like to shake.
So we haven't figured out. There are buttons here, and you can click, and I can see they have an icon of a steering wheel with an A, but they're not lit up or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's a good question we may ask when we get back with that.
Yeah, because I'm not 100% certain what that's for. One other thing I've noticed a little bit on this is, too, these buttons know when you're about to touch them.
If
so
you hover over, just lay your finger on it.
And so like it lights up on the screen to tell you like, hey, you're looking at that button. Also, Joel, when you were driving it, it kept coming up and telling you that you were distracted.
It did?
Yeah, it kept dinging at you because you were looking around or whatever and saying that, hey, pay attention to the road.
Where was it saying it at?
It was coming up on
the
here.
gauge cluster? Okay, got you. I didn't know that. Probably
So-
because I was looking around.
Yeah, because I believe there are sensors in here to look at you.
Gotcha.
It's always watching.
Someone's always watching. So up here is pretty standard. You have your SOS, you have your hazards, you have your indoor interior lights, auto off on, so nothing spectacular up there. I just can't get over how big that moonroof is.
I know, and
That
it's
is huge.
yeah, and it's not a bright day outside, but
No.
like it doesn't seem. It's got some tint to it.
Yeah.
It seems.
It is humongous.
So, driver's assistant seems great. I don't seem to have any real issues with it. Only thing is, I kind of wish, since it, I assume, does some eye tracking, it would let you do hands-free as long as you're paying attention.
Excuse me.
I am curious. I think it's a capacitive wheel. Let's see.
It's shaking. Takes a while for you to...
Yeah, it lets you go for a little bit before there we go. Keep hands.
About 15, 20 seconds.
Okay, it is capacitive.
It's capacitive.
Very nice. Love to see it.
You just have to basically lightly touch it and it goes away.
Very easy to, of course, bump your speed up and down, and it shows you as well, which is nice. I'm curious to see once we get on 430. Well, it'll probably disengage, because I was wondering if it does automatic speed limit changes.
We'll be at 60 for a while.
Yeah, I think it does go down to 55 right before 430. Ah, that's interesting. So your front and rear wipers are on the end of the stalk, and they're two separate buttons.
Oh, okay.
Which is interesting. I've usually seen them be like a pull or something different.
One's a pull up, one's a pull down.
Yeah, but they're like at the end of the. Interesting. Oh yeah, show off the clip. I don't know if you can see it because it's clear. I love that Volvo doesn't want you to put your parking passes or whatever on the dash, so they give you a little clip so you can stick it to your windshield. That's so funny.
That
to
is
me.
interesting.
And I've seen that posted about online before, so in other Volvo cars, not just this one. So I love that that is a feature that Volvo not only puts in there, but keeps putting in.
Yes. And you also have clips up here too, in case you have to clip anything up here. Actually, my wife keeps all of her appointments and everything up here, so it works perfect for her. So
yeah. On the highway, suspension still feels good.
Yep.
Road noise is still good. It's very quiet. You could eat up miles in this.
Yep.
The only
250 kilowatt charger we forgot to mention too.
Yeah, well, I was getting there. So this vehicle, in theory, charges well. It has a 250 kilowatt peak. However, in my brief research that I did earlier, it looks like the curve is not great.
Okay.
So it looks like it hits 250 kilowatt at 20%, and then drops off a 250 kilowatt at 22%.
But 10 to 80% you said was 30 minutes.
31 minutes.
That seems to be
which is still fine.
That seems to be the industry average right now.
That's not bad at all. But when I looked at that curve, it was very much, it looks like, you can see it ramp voltage, hits 250, woo, hey, stay in your lane, bud. Hits 250 and immediately just kind of like, it doesn't stair step, it doesn't like stay flat, it just kind of hits 250 and then it's essentially a triangle.
Yep. And just like we mentioned earlier too, these cars do charge at Tesla supercharger stations.
It does charge at Tesla supercharger stations. Yes. This one, since it's CCS, you do need an adapter. Volvo, I believe, is actually providing adapters.
They are.
Which is nice.
Through their dealership network. So contact the dealership, not the manufacturer.
Yep. But that's still nice. Glad they're doing it.
Yep. And of course, you have those third-party adapters out there.
There are third-party adapters as well, from A to Z, Electron, whatever else. Yep. We have affiliate codes for both of those.
We have both, all those adapters that we have. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see. We're about to get over 430. I'm wondering if it disengages or if it keeps going, or I'm just curious on what it's going to do.
What's it going to do once it wants you to switch lanes? Yeah. Lane assist is on, one pedal's on. Things should be on for it to work, so.
Okay, cool. I was just seeing if we had anything turned off, and we do not. Oh, there it goes. Pay attention to driving. You seem to be distracted.
Sebastian, are you distracted while you're driving?
I was looking at the screen, so I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah, I can't get over how comfortable these seats are.
These seats are so good.
Comfortable.
And this material, I'm 99% certain it's not leather. I think it's
sort of vegan stuff.
I think it's some sort of vegan whatever, but it feels really good.
Yes, it feels good.
This auto lane change, it does auto lane changes so well.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even notice
it. So it did not automatically adjust.
It says speed limit 55.
Speed limit. It says 55, but it did not turn down my. It didn't adjust the speed it's going.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so we're actually gonna probably disengage here in a second. Although, maybe not.
Let's see how it works.
We'll see if it auto disengages for us.
And you actually had it on coming out of the parking lot of the park too, and it was.
Yep.
It was working fine. Yep.
The only thing there is it wasn't doing any lane because it was, I think, below a certain speed.
It was just going 10 miles an hour, and you had to do all the driving and braking and all that.
Okay, so I'm putting steering input there because it kind of seemed like it was trying to go straight longer than I wanted it to.
All right, we're going to end our driving review now. We're going to head back to McClarty Volvo of Little Rock and do our little final thoughts and turn this baby back into Keith and the team over at McClarty. See you in a bit. All right, one last thing we want to show you is the second row, sitting in that, some of the features of that. So Sebastian's going to get in and kind of show you that. Our 6'2" test, or 6'1" test, 6'1"
Six
test.
even. I'm just 6 even.
He's just 6 even.
Sorry. Not to be disappointing.
Yes.
So, getting in, great second row room. Oh, there's lights under there.
Yeah.
Great foot room. You've got these cool little nets here. You have climate controls. Again, 4-zone climate, which is nice. Heated seats as well. Air vents in the door. You've got little coat hooks, speakers, reading lights.
The Swedish flag.
Swedish flag. One thing I thought was interesting, these are all manual.
Yeah.
So you come up down here, you have to actually pull, but I mean, even pulling forward, you still have plenty of room.
Yep.
You've got armrests here that move out, and little cup holders that
And
come
that
out.
pulls out down there too.
Yep, and you have you can fold that down. You've got cup holders here on the floor, 2 USB-C ports.
That's all you need.
Love to see it. And I mean, really, not a whole lot else. Window switch.
Yep.
Like all that's normal. Again,
But
Bowers
plenty
and
of
Wilkins,
room. You're 6
sounds
foot tall.
good.
Plenty of room to sit back there.
Oh yeah.
Headroom. Fine. He's got almost a whole foot up there.
6 inches,
Yes.
7 inches. Yeah. I mean, this is comfortable. Road trip, man.
Oh yeah, this is the ultimate family road tripping car in this thing.
Let's take this one to Austin.
Yeah, we're just gonna drive this to Austin real quick and come back. So.
To get the back seat, we can't get the third row up.
Yep.
But to do back seat, you have a latch here. You just pull, whole thing comes up, slides forward. Easy peasy. Would be no problem getting in and out of.
Yep.
Like, no biggie. When you're done, just throw it back. Easy, easy. And I believe, so you see how the actual whole seat folds up with it?
Uh-huh.
So when you have the car seat in, you don't have to it's
Oh,
a lot
cool.
easier. It
That is
just kind of
cool.
will bring the whole car seat with it. Super nice.
Yep.
All right, is this the part where we do our final thoughts now?
Sure. Final thoughts.
So we drove it around a decent little while.
Yep.
Super comfortable.
Quiet.
Super quiet. Tech is good. I don't know, we got, when we were asking people on Facebook, kind of those groups, people kept telling us software is bad. Everyone said the ride quality was excellent, interior was excellent. I agree, like materials and all that.
Guess what we haven't played around with is the Volvo app because we don't have access to it.
We don't have the app.
Yep.
But the infotainment seemed perfectly fine to
Yep.
me. I didn't have any, it was very simple.
Yep.
But it's customizable. You have your ability to add apps. Google Maps worked. Route planning was good. It actually knew it can charge at superchargers, which is a huge plus at the moment.
Yep.
Like all of that was good.
Yep.
Super comfortable. Heated seats worked well. Driver's assistance worked well. I'm having a hard time faulting this.
The
on
only
anything.
thing I could find, something they could improve on is, like you said, the rear view camera.
Yeah,
So,
I would love
yeah.
to see a rear view camera mirror.
Rear view camera mirror. But other than that, I mean, you're the same way. It's just a nice, great luxury.
It is
Three-row,
$95,000,
yes.
which is an expensive car.
But it's a Volvo.
But it's a Volvo.
Yeah.
It's super safe.
Yep.
It's, in theory, should be reliable.
Yep.
Shouldn't have any big issues out of it. It's got good range. It's got acceptable charging from what it's.
You can
what
charge
we
on multiple
can tell.
networks.
You can charge anywhere.
Yep.
As long as you have, requisite adapters, whatever.
Yep.
Like, and knowing that they have LiDAR sensors on the top, so they can add more driver's assistance stuff in the future. It looks good. It looks like elegance.
Yes.
It looks nice.
Yes. It doesn't. I mean, but looking at it too, it doesn't stand out as like this is an EV and it's different.
Well, except for the whole, it doesn't have a grill and.
Yeah, it has a
you know.
grill and all that. But just by looking at it from here, you would think it's just a normal, from the side, a normal Volvo SUV.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I am thoroughly impressed.
Yep.
I
so
love
am
it.
I cannot think. One of the features I love is how the rear goes down and up.
Oh yeah, and like and even when we got in and out of it, like we noticed the suspension kind of dropped a little bit. I don't know if we can get it to do it again.
Yep.
But
But heck, if you got to load something heavy on, and you just want that lowered 6 to 8 inches to help you out.
yeah,
You have that. Something that you don't think you would need in an
thoughtful
SUV.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, the sun came out.
You have sun now.
But yeah, I was blown away. Huge thanks again to McClarty Volvo here in Little
Huge
Rock.
thanks, yes.
Where you can buy this one, or they have another one on the lot in that silvery green color.
Yep.
I think that one's not the performance trim.
This is the mulberry red.
It looks really good. I love this one. If you want to buy this one, go check it out. Go hit up Keith or his team.
Yep.
I'm sure they'd love to help you out.
Yep. And once again, thank you for joining us on another EV Geek podcast review. We'll see you on another one. So long, everyone.